humans! Humans that are fellow, that are walking this planet at the same time as I. Hello to you. Hope you're having a good week. Bit more food this week. Making a curry for tomorrow night. Now this is Friday night curry, so it's not as low point as some curries may be. For one person will be 14 points. Now I am well aware that that is high, especially for me. I only get 23 points a day. However, I'm going to keep my points a bit lower through the day. It's Friday night. It's going to save me getting a takeaway or going to the pub, getting pie and chips, isn't it? So let's get on with this curry. It's paneer curry, which is my favourite type of curry. Veggies for this curry, all I've got is onions, tin tomatoes, spinach. They're the only veggies that are actually going in this curry. Then I've got my paneer cheese, and I've got some flavouring. So I've got garlic, 3 cloves of garlic there, stock cube tomato paste, ginger paste, and some Madras spice paste, which I'm just going to use a tablespoon of this because it is quite a high point. Also high point, you'll see over here. I've got the cheese, and I'm going to just put a tablespoon of double cream in there as well. Now you can sub that out. You can just put a couple of tablespoons of natural yogurt in there if you want, but I want this to be umptious. Umptious. Let's begin by slicing 2 onions, chopping my 3 cloves of garlic. This curry, for all its points, did actually taste like a takeaway curry. So if you enjoy a paneer curry from your local takeaway, you will enjoy this, because this tasted just like I bought it. It was really good. So then I chopped the paneer into cubes, and then I popped those into the pan with some buttery fry light with the garlic and the onions, and I just made sure that that paneer was touching the bottom of the pan so it can get nice and crisped up. I flipped it over halfway through, then I added 2 teaspoons of ginger paste, and then squirting in a tablespoon of the tomato puree. And I gave this a good stir around and fried the cheese and the onions for a little bit longer before adding the 2 teaspoons of Madras paste. Then I left this to cook for another 5 minutes before adding a tin of chopped tomatoes. Once it had been bubbling for a few minutes, I then added 300 ml of water and crumbled over the stock cube. You could add your stock cube to the water, then add this to the pan. Either way, easy breezy, anything goes. Add your seasoning and then give it a good stir, let it bubble away for a little bit. And then I added a tablespoon of the double cream and some black pepper. Added the washed spinach. This is the final stage. Once your washed spinach goes in there, you know you're going to be eating soon. Oh, paneer curry, what a delight you were. Absolutely bob on. How big is this pickle? And do you know what? It feels weird. It's like the hunchback pickle of Notre Dame. Esmeralda. After seeing Quasimodo pickle, unfortunately he is actually going on my sandwich, but he's fulfilling his purpose in life. So I've got one of the Warburton's seeded bagels here for 4 points, and I'm topping it with a little bit of English mustard, nice and fiery, but if you don't like fiery, you can always go for Dijon or American mustard, and some gherkin, some pastrami, and a tablespoon of the light mayonnaise. The tea all done now for tomorrow. All my food's prepped now, ready for tomorrow, apart from my shake, which I'll have a shake in the morning. So that's quite a low point breakfast at work at my desk. That'll be my breakfast, and then I'll have the bagel, which will be 6 points, and then I'll come home and I'll have a nice portion of that paneer curry with one of the mini naans. If I want a snack, I'll go into my weeklies. It's Friday, let's live it up. Anyway, it's Thursday right now. Let's live in this moment. It's Thursday right now. I'm just off to Zumba. This is my shake I'm taking this morning to work to go alongside my bagel. I've got almond milk, a little drop of almond milk. You could use water. Yogurt in there. I've got protein powder. I use the Optimum vanilla ice cream protein powder. This one, it does blend really well and it does taste vanilla ice creamy, so it's quite nice. And some spinach and some blueberries. That altogether would be 3 points. This is the one, Optimum Nutrition, gold standard vanilla ice cream. And I just get it from the supermarket. Anybody else knows any good ones, I'm all ears. That's my breakfast, my lunch, and when I get home, I usually get home about 3 p.m. I rely heavily on fruit and yogurt. Makeup's always like fresh on, isn't it, just before you go to work. I look bedraggled tonight in the heat. 3 p.m. I'll probably have a big bowl of yogurt topped with fruit. I have that a lot. I love it. I know not everybody does. But there are other 0 point foods you can fill up on as well, isn't there? So you just pick one for your afternoon snack and then you're away, and then I've got that curry for tonight. Looking forward to it. It's a Saturday. We've been out this morning with Sebastian. We've been down to a river near us. I had a little walk. I'm about to make a little bit of hummus. I'm fancying some hummus. Somebody mentioned artichokes the other day and I just thought, I really want artichokes, you know, the jarred kind. So I thought, well, I'll make some hummus, stick some artichokes in it. I'm gonna make some artichoke and spinach hummus, and I'm also just gonna make a salad for tomorrow's lunch, which is gonna be kale, mango, beetroot, mozzarella. Okay, let's get on. And so the love begins with this amazing hummus. I'm going to be making this again. We've got some stonkers this week because 2 of the recipes were fantastic. I loved the curry and I did love this hummus. So I've just roughly chopped 3 cloves of garlic. I did use raw garlic. You could roast this off if you don't want to kill people off with your breath, because it was very strong on the raw garlic, but that was fine for me. I added to my food processor 1 tin of chickpeas drained and washed, a big squeeze of lemon, and then I added a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. I have some tahini here, so I did 2 tablespoons of tahini, and then added the garlic in and some salt and pepper, lots of salt and pepper. I blitzed that up. And then I added this paprika and onion chip seasoning. If you don't have chip seasoning, just paprika and onion granules would be great. Then I wanted it to be an artichoke and spinach hummus, and I do not regret my decision. It was gorgeous. So I used half a jar of the artichoke hearts, and I just wilted down in the microwave for 1 minute some spinach leaves with a tablespoon of water, and I just mixed those through. And oh my goodness me, this is a love affair with this hummus. I am taking you out, hummus. I'm taking you out. At one point there, I just did a lap of the kitchen, and I left that in because I thought that's ridiculous. What are you lapping the kitchen for? Just walk around. Just have a walk mid-hummus making, guys. Just stretch your legs before you get into this hummus. I couldn't even wait. It was so good. And I've been eating it all week. I still adore you, hummus. Feel free to get jiggy with the hummus, you know. It's all loosey-goosey on this channel. So I've got a tablespoon of olive oil in this ramekin, and I'm just making a dressing now for my kale. So I've put a half a teaspoon of honey in there with the oil and a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and given it a good stir. And then I've massaged it into a bag of chopped kale. I'm just removing any thick stalks, and I've given it a good massage for about 3 minutes. I massaged that kale. Then I chopped up 4 cooked beetroot and half a pack of the mango, and I mixed this through my salad. And then I added 1 ball of mozzarella. It's the light mozzarella, and I just stirred all that through together. Overall, this salad served 4 people and was 4 points per portion. In future, I would add salt and pepper to the dressing, and not just at this late stage at the end. So Paul has just lit the barbecue with some barbecue meats. Some chicken kebabs, we've got some low point sausages, some salad. Just as he's doing the barbecue, it started to rain. That is always the case, isn't it? It's always the case. Whoa, editing Amy here. I know you've been waiting for me. That's it. This is why I've come on, you see. So I knew a video would not be a video if it didn't chop all over the place, and I had to come on and say, look, this is what we're doing next. So this is what we're doing next, guys. We're going to have a quick look at that barn. There's been progress. Oh my gosh, it's too exciting. It's moving on. It's moving on. I'm going to give you a little update on the barn, and then we're going to have a little bit of a quick sit down chat of how my week's gone, how my meeting's been, on the Weight Watchers plan, what I've been doing this week, what I'm planning on doing next week. So stay tuned. We're going to go and have a quick look at that barn. This is our bedroom now. So the windows have gone in, as you can see at the top there. Insulation. We've got this window here. This is the only wall window that we've got. We're not allowed to put any extra windows in because of the planning. So we've had to put windows up high. So this will be our bedroom, and Paul has actually put this into place here because that's where our double bed's going to go. We're going to have a set of drawers here, and we're just looking to see if there's, make sure there's enough room to walk through to where Paul is in the ensuite. Ta-da! Is that where the door's going to go then? This way?
It'll be a sliding door. So
a sliding door.
the sliding door will go from there and then disappear into a pocket.
Ah, right, okay.
So your doorway through over here.
Ah, right, okay.
And then we've got a little friend.
Oh, yeah. It's a little tiny baby bird that can't fly yet. He's breathing. I mean, we've checked on him. He's blinking and looking around. He's just a little bit worried. He's a little baby and he's just here by himself at the moment. But his mum and dad are flying in and out, I think. So he's actually watching us, and I think we're frightening him a little bit, so we're not being here for long. So this will be walk-in wardrobe into here from our bedroom. It's a big update from last time, I think, this, because it looks so much different. This is Laurie's room. He's got a lovely window. He's got the top of the arch and a walk-in wardrobe through there. And Sebastian, how cool is this? So you walk into Sebastian's room. This is all Sebastian. He's going to have a wardrobe here built in. But then if I spin around, look, we've put his bed up there. And he's got a den in a cavity up there. So he'll crawl through and he'll have a little den. How fantastic is that? So it frees up all the space in his room as well. So that's where the cavity is. So he'll be above there in his den. This is just the corridor that leads us to all the rooms. The balcony here. The staircase will go there, downstairs. Fireplace and space for a telly there in our living room. I'm going to obviously keep this beautiful feature of a light here. This lovely strip lighting. So we're going into the main bathroom. Now our bath will be here in front of this lovely window. I know the scaffolding's up at the minute and I'll show you outside in a minute, but we've got beautiful views there. Out into the countryside. I'm going to have a shower here. Toilet and basin. Is that right, the basin there?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. At the moment we're having to come up and down on this ladder here. Now I'm frightened to death. It takes me ages to work up the courage. That to me, that's very frightening, because I'm going to get from here, get onto the ladder. So it'll be great when the staircase goes in. See the building up.
So some of it's stone that we've already on site, some other bits of it is stone that we've reclaimed from salvage yard.
Yeah.
And the black material behind it's called calf sugar, so it makes sure that the stone doesn't touch the internal cavity and damp go through.
Right, yeah, so that's for damp.
And then we've got the underground insulation behind it.
Yeah, we've got it's a thick insulation. So this is the view we could see from our new bathroom. As you can see, it's very building site-esque. My current house is getting a lot of dust in it at the moment. And here is all the original stone, can you see? and just above that's where they've started pointing it, so look at a difference that makes. Handsome husband coming out of the window. We're going to stain all the wood the same colour as the windows and the doors. When all those windows and doors are in, guys, I'll give you another update.
So this is all the wood that's been scrapped for the fascia boards. The Koya. It's an engineered wood. It's got a 50-year guarantee on it. This is all scrabbed just to fit straight back in against all the stonework that's there. So you can see there they've been cutting the stone ready to get in place in the corners. And all the new stonework going in across. Sanding and cementing, it's going to be a lime mortar on the front. Ben, who's our lead on site, is leaving a little memento there, so it's always going to be there after he leaves. We've got the Velux windows in, they've loaded out all the roof, started putting the slates on there, so in a couple of weeks' time, we should be there or thereabouts.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys, I cannot wait until I'm showing you round and we are about to move in. How exciting is that? And I'm showing you around what it looks like when we're having a little housewarming. Whoop, whoop. So as you can see, this is the salad I made yesterday, and I've made these pastrami, laughing cow cheese, pickle, mustard bagels. Dijon mustard. So pastrami's only one. I mean, you get a lot of pastrami there, I think, for 1 point. The laughing cow cheese is one. The bagels, therefore, one bagel is 6 points. They're gherkins. I say pickle because I watch too much American YouTube, and I think that's what it is, because I've realised I started saying can as well in my videos. And I thought, we don't usually say can. And next thing you know, I was saying oregano instead of oregano. And we say oregano like the womble, Orinoco. I've got my salad there. This is a third of that salad, which will be 4 points. So me and Paul are gonna share at the salad. I've had a protein shake already this morning, so I'm not overly hungry. So that's what I'm gonna have, and I'm gonna track it on my app. I have been a bit lax with my tracking recently, so I am determined to track today. Hey guys, I just wanted to come on to talk about how I've stalled a little bit recently in my weight loss journey and what I'm gonna do about that, because I've had a stressful couple of weeks. A few things, we've had work, I've had a health problem, also I've had a problem with my son as well. So everything accumulated in the last couple of weeks. Thankfully, I have such a supportive family. I mean, my family are amazing. They support me in everything I do. So I'm such a supportive family. I'm very, very lucky. Even though weight loss hasn't been at the top of my agenda, and I know people will say, oh, that's fine, it's not always the top of your agenda, and it isn't. I understand that. There's other things in life going on, isn't there, sometimes? But I want it. I really do want it. I want to get to goal. I was talking to my friend at the meeting, and I was saying, I can't wait until we walk in here and we're at goal. And I'm going to wear something that I can't fit into right now. And I'm going to zip that jumpsuit up, and I'm going to walk in, and I can see it. I can see myself walking in and being at goal. I want to do it for my health, and I want to be living the best life I can possibly live, the healthiest life I can possibly live. And this is why I started, and I'm remembering that, and I want to get back on with it. Now, I haven't been putting weight on, I've been maintaining. I've done this before. I get to this point and I'm not willing to change any more than what I've already changed. That's what it is, really. I'm not willing to sacrifice things that I think I'll have to sacrifice in order to be any lower than what I am right now. So I'm making a decision now that I will have to change some things in order to push past and get lower. And I will have to address some of my emotional eating. And that's what I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks. And at the moment as well, up to this point, I've been thinking, well, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to address those things. But that isn't helping me. Me telling myself that it's hard isn't helping. It is just a challenge, and it is doable, and I'm gonna do it. that's it. I'm gonna do it. I feel like because I've had so much support, I've I've kept in with Wendy, Weight Watcher Journey, she's fantastic, Dee from Dish with Dee, all these people. Even though I'm not speaking to them all the time, I'm listening to them, and it stopped me just completely falling off. I've maintained, and it's stopped me completely falling off. I've also got a friend, absolute dear friend, that I've met through my YouTube channel. I'll not say her name because she might not want me to, but she's an absolute godsend as well. I mean, everything that's been going on these last couple of weeks, I've been emailing her, and she's such a love. We keep in touch with each other. Reaching out to people is helpful, isn't it, when you're struggling? But in the end, this is my own journey, and I've got to commit to it, and I've got to really want it, and I've got to do the things that are uncomfortable to get there. So it's not hard. It might be a little bit uncomfortable, and I'm willing to be a little bit uncomfortable and do it. We're starting afresh today. Again, I'm tracking. I haven't been tracking for a little while. I've been pointing up in my head. You know what you do? You sort of cook something, you think, oh, that's about 8 points, I'll eat that. That's about 3 points, I'll eat that. Then not putting it down. I'm going to track. I'll get past this now, this maintaining, and I want to keep going. So I just thought I'd check in where I was, what's been going on. It's not any hardship, really. The food is delicious that I'm cooking and eating. I emotionally eat, and also I think that when I go out of my house and I'm eating, that's a treat, and I'm going to spend my points. So I'll do that. And then a few days later, that happens again because that was unexpected. I've gone out again. So I need to get a plan in place before I leave. Before that even comes up, I need to get a plan. Like you do on those first few weeks where you say no to things. That's what I need to be doing. I'm not saying I'm saying no to going out. I'll go out. But I need to say no to the pie and chips and things, and maybe pick something healthier. I'm going to have to cut that down if I want to move forwards. So that's what we're going to be doing going forward. Thanks for listening, guys. You're all good uns. You're good eggs. Big shout out to my friend Jane at Weight Watchers. She asked me the other day, what is your plan for this week then? What are you going to do to move? And I thought, I don't even have a plan. Honestly, that just triggered in my mind. I'm just doing the same old what I've always done. And you do what you always done, you get what you always got. I was so pleased for her to say that, because yeah, actually I had to think about it and think, yeah, I need to do something different. At the moment I'm just doing 2 workout classes a week. Now I'm going to add another workout class onto that, and I'm also going to do a little bit more walking. Nice walking. I mean, that's going to do my mental health good anyway, isn't it? Being out in nature. We live in such a beautiful part of the country. I should be making the most of it now the weather's nicer, and that's what I'm going to do. Oh my goodness, if you have stayed to this bit, guys, and you've listened to me rabbit on about what I'm doing in the next few weeks, thank you to you. Any of you experience the same things, and I know that a lot of people do. And a lot of people struggle. You know, reach out, let us know. It's good to support each other, isn't it? And I hope that you get something from this video, even if it's just commenting how ridiculous I look dancing with a bowl of hummus. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Stella says bye. Oh, this vlogging likes too much, Mum.